All right. Welcome back, fellow shifters, light guardians, dreamers within this holographic matrix. Thank you so much for joining in, for being here, for being a part of the team, for being a part of this adventure, shifting consciousness. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to be able to take part in our inspirational team meditations. We are doing these broadcasts every Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, an opportunity for us to be able to practice coming together, to practice joining in the sacred digital space, be able to practice a little bit of meditation, mindfulness, body exercise, gratitude, heart-centered awareness, flexing our imaginations, all the things that you would want from a morning meditation routine. For those of you who are tuned in on any platform, do me a favor and drop an 1111 in the chat just to confirm that everything's coming through clearly, that you guys can hear me okay. And thank you again, everyone, for being here. My name is Brendan, aka Mystic Spider-Man, welcoming you to what we're doing here. What are we doing here? We're coming together as a team. We're leveling up. We're shifting paradigms. We're working on ourselves. We're creating foundation. We're creating consistency. We're building up momentum. We're tending to the needs of our heart. We are connecting as community. I said the same thing like 4 times already. That's all right. What are we doing here? We're connecting as community. We're connecting as community. We're leveling up. We're connecting as community. It's essentially what we're doing here. So awesome. Good morning to everybody here. Star Soul. Morning to Autumn, Kristen. A morning to Morphic. Morning to Rage. Got so many amazing people joined in. For those of you who are here for the first time, drop a 333 in the chat. And yeah, let's get right into this. So let's just begin just by moving our body, by rolling our shoulders. And as we do our morning part of the first part of our morning meditation, again, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be doing some gentle stretches. So for those of you who are tuned in, again, like everything that we're doing, this is like intentionally done in a specific pattern to be able to help like optimize this experience in the best way possible. So before we dive deep into flexing our imagination and practicing our mindfulness, what we're going to do here is we're just going to stretch our body. So stretch in a way that you feel you need to. Again, use this as a chance to really just start practicing listening to your body. What does your body need right now? And then we're going to move into some gentle massages. So as you massage yourself more and more, you're going to get more familiar with just kind of like where you need massages. And again, even when you just kind of like feel, for example, if you're massaging here in your shoulders, you'll feel the places that are like very tender, and that's usually an indicator of like, oh, you know, like there's something, like maybe I can loosen something up here. Again, what we often recognize, and so as we're just chit-chatting here, just keep massaging yourself, and we're gonna just instruct you to be able to like focus on some gratitude as we do this. But again, you know, one of the most powerful things that we can be aware of is the idea that what we recognize as discomfort and pain is in itself a messenger. You know, so like when we feel in our body, it's like, oh, you know, like, oh, my back hurts. Like what is actually happening there? Like, yes, your back hurts. Yes, the pain is real, you know, relatively speaking, but in itself, that pain is also a message. So for any of us who are kind of like moving through this very, very sacred time that we are in, if you're feeling discomfort, if you're feeling uncertainty, if you're feeling pain, be it physical, emotional, or anything like that, just try your best to see it from the perspective of this pain is a messenger. And then you get curious and you're like, what message is it telling me? What message is it sharing with me? So again, for those of you who are here, we're just massaging the body. And as we massage the body, just digging in deep to the fascia, as deep as you feel you want to go. Again, the fascia is kind of like the layer related to the muscle. And that's actually where we carry a lot of like our emotional weight as well. A lot of like the emotional energy that builds up over time. That energy literally will kind of like show up in our emotion. It will show up in our behavior as well. So in order to be able to release that energy, we physically have to tend to it. Like it's not going to go away just by, you know, like doing sun gazing, or just by, you know, changing your diet. Like, yes, all that helps, but sometimes you physically have to like get in, you know. again, we were talking about this yesterday, like physical touch is so important. So again, right now we're practicing just showing up for ourselves. We're practicing like showing up for ourselves through physical contact. So again, as we're just getting ready here, just massaging wherever you feel you need to. Eventually we're going to work all the way down to the feet, and then we're going to go focus on the face, and we'll do some emotional freedom tapping, some EFT, and then we'll focus on some affirmations. We'll do some laughter practice, yoga, meditation real quick, and then we'll go into our mindfulness practice. So again, massaging all the way down the legs. And again, as you do this, I want you to just be able to like take a moment with any part of your body that you're massaging and really just like focus on it. Focus on it from a place of gratitude. So even now, as I'm just like massaging like my knees and my calves, I'm like, wow, like seriously, like, like thank you calves, thank you knees, like seriously, straight up, right? Like where would we be without them and everything? Like think of all the journeys we've gone on, think on all the hikes we've, think of all the mountains we've hiked up and everything like that. Think of all the doggos we've walked or anything. So again, just use this as a chance to be able to send love to your body. And again, like honestly, as we do this, we're just going to focus on the feet in a second, and then I want to do something special in terms of the massage. So just taking a moment here to focus on the feet, and then again, as we're doing that, when you focus on massaging the feet, you're literally like focusing on like holographically massaging the entire body, because all the meridians like end up in the feet. This is like, again, like ancient Eastern awareness, ancient Eastern practices, where again they talk about reflexology, they talk about the meridians, and again all of these meridians end up in the feet in the same way they all end up in the hand, in the same way they all end up in the face. So when you massage your foot, you can get like really detailed with it. Again, this is where reflexologists will be like, oh, like, okay, like I'm gonna massage your kidneys, and then they'll like massage a specific part of the foot. Even if you don't know all the details, just kind of massage the entire surface of the foot, even just kind of like getting into maybe even just the toes or something. Like have you massage your toes? And again, even though your feet may feel fine, again, when you're massaging the feet, it's like literally opening up the energy channels. It's helping the energy flow. It's helping create vitality. It prepares us for the next part of our meditation that we're moving into related to mindfulness. So it just kind of like opens things up, it brings awareness, and it allows us to focus on gratitude. So I'm just massaging the other foot. If you're doing that as well, do that. And then we're going to jump into one other thing real quick before we move into our face massage. So again, just massaging here. Again, if you're here for the first time, do me a favor, drop a 333 in the chat. And for those of you who are low, notice I'm looking at my notepad well on one leg. That didn't work apparently. Is anybody else on an exercise ball? I'm really curious. Like honestly, exercise balls are great for this type of meditation. But for those of you who are regulars here, if you see someone dropping a 333 in the chat, just say hi to them. Just be like, hey, welcome. Because again, we're not just doing meditation here. We're building as a team. Last night we did a dope team tarot reading. Like a lot of inspiration came through it. It's on my YouTube channel. If you're tuned in on TikTok or Instagram, definitely check that out. Like that, you can just fast forward it, but there's a lot there. Okay. Grab a drink of water if you need it. Grab some tea. I'm actually drinking tea first thing in the morning. My throat, I'm still resting my throat from yesterday, from all the broadcasts we did. We broadcasted like 7 hours yesterday. Craziness, but for a good cause. Yeah, I'll give some shout outs to the Patreon supporters in a bit. But anyways, okay. All right. So what I want us to do right now, this is a very powerful practice that I want you to just be able to pay attention to. So what I want us to do right now is to be able to focus on like loving ourselves. And this is a general idea, but I want us to get specific here. I want you to be able to identify in your mind something on your body that you quote unquote don't like. Like if there's a part of your body that you're just like, yeah, I don't like that part. And again, why don't we like it? I mean, there could be various reasons. Sometimes it's just based on kind of like not being where we want to be. Sometimes it's based on comparing ourselves to other. There's a quote that basically says like comparison is like the birth, like I forget what the actual quote is, but basically it's like comparison leads to being sad. Essentially, when we compare ourselves to others, it's basically like, it's like, oh, I don't have what they have. I get sad and stuff like that. But again, I want you to find a part on your body that you're just generally just kind of like, you almost kind of ignore it. You're just kind of like, oh, I don't want to look at it. I don't really like it. And again, what I want us to be able to do here is to really just be able to practice this little act of self-love. And as we're going to do this, we're literally kind of like integrating parts of our wholeness, if that makes sense. So I want you to just kind of like privately in the space of your own, on your own home, find a part of yourself that you just don't really like. So for example, I'm going to focus, I'm just going to do this in a general sense. We'll just do this together. I'm going to focus on my tum-tum. I'm going to focus on my adorable little tum-tum. And so if you want to focus on your tum-tum, you can too. And notice how even just by calling it tum-tum somehow suddenly like dissolves like kind of like a bit of the shame in itself. And I want you to just take a moment here as we just kind of like close our eyes, and you can even just kind of massage the part of yourself that you're just generally just like, like, and again, you don't have to answer the question, why? Why don't you like that part of yourself? Like as if you're like, I'm expecting you to or something like that. But whatever the case, I want you to practice closing your eyes right now. And I want you to just be able to practice verbalizing within your heart, within your mind, within your voice, and just be like whatever part of yourself that you're talking to. And just be like, hey, I know we don't always talk and maybe we don't always see eye to eye. And I know sometimes I'm a little hard on you and sometimes a little hard on myself. But I just want you to know that you are loved. That you are as loved as every other part of my body. And sometimes you may feel like the kid who gets picked last in gym school, but I just want you to know that I really, really do care about you. And I'm proud. I'm proud of the fact that you're a part of me. Because even if you're quote unquote not perfect, you're actually inviting me to be able to deepen my own love. And as I practice loving myself, even the parts of myself that I might not really quote unquote like, so to speak, it gives me a chance to be able to share in being able to share that deepened love beyond myself. And so as we continue to love others, all of the elements of others, you wouldn't walk up to someone and be like making fun of their tum-tum. And so in that same way, I want you to treat yourself like your beloved. I want you to treat yourself like your best friend. I want you to treat yourself like your hype man right now. I want you to treat yourself just as a very just be very gentle right now. And so with your hands gently on wherever that part of your body is, I want you to just take a moment here, and as you breathe in on the exhale, I want you to focus sending love to that part of your body. So deep, gentle inhale, and then exhale, move that energy to that part of your body. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale. And then just speak words of kindness. Just be like, I love you. I care about you. I see you. I'm grateful for you. So just breathe here, sending love to wherever you feel you call to in your body. Couple more breaths. Deep inhale. Sending that love there through your imagination. Breathe it into that part of your body. Beautiful. One more deep breath here. Nice loving kindness. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. You're adorable, you're cute, I love you, I love you. Yeah, beautiful, awesome. And then just take a moment here to just give your entire body just a hug. So just wrap your arms around yourself, and I just want you to give yourself a nice hug. So just take a moment here to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze a little bit tight. Hold it as long as you want. And then exhale, gently release a little bit. And we're just gonna do one more squeeze. And gentle inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And soft, gentle exhale. Release, relax your arms. Gently open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. So, awesome, good job, team. Again, I know comparison is the death of joy. Thank you, Broseph. That's exactly the quote I was thinking. Yeah, so again, that simple practice, like honestly, like something such as simple as that, some of you, that could have been like one of like the first times that you're just like, what? Like, I've never done that. Like, I'm allowed to do that? What? Like, and so here we have these parts of the body, and they kind of get like almost like neglected. Again, kind of like the kid who doesn't get picked for dodgeball in gym class or something like that. And so this is an opportunity for us to just be able to like invite more wholeness into our being, if that makes sense. And so if you want to share anything in the chat about like how that was for you, again, this is a team space, this is a safe space, this is a sacred space. please feel free to do that. You're welcome to even share like what you chose within your body, and even just the idea of being able to kind of like openly talk about it without any shame or anything like that. Then legit, like you can actually do that as a way to kind of like practice kind of dissolving, kind of like that like shame or guilt or resentment that we might feel to ourselves, and you'll actually see it be like, whoa, wait a second, like all of us like are going through this same process where there's parts of our body that we don't like. And what would it happen if we were to actually do just take a moment to send some love there? Again, we're like integrating more of ourselves. So I have a feeling pretty much probably 80% of us probably chose our tum tum. And again, even just there, like seriously, throughout the rest of the day, if you chose whatever part of your body, specifically the tum tum or anything, throughout the rest of the day, I want you to like make a mental note to actively be able to like pay attention to that part of your body a little bit more. And to just like even before you go to bed, or just like when you're in the bathroom, when you come out of the shower, just be like I love you. And just see what that feels like. Just see what that feels like. Be like the big brother or big sister to that part of your body. Don't let it feel as if it's like the kid who doesn't get picked in gym class. I know that sounds silly, but that's actually like very, very, very powerful of an idea. So yeah, if you guys want to share in any way in the chat, please, by all means. And again, I think just hearing each other share will actually just kind of allow us to be like, oh, okay, yeah, like I can do this. I have permission to love all of myself. And as we love like more and more of ourselves, we allow ourselves to love others. So again, just wanted to be able to share that with you. All right, let's move into our face massage. We ended off with our feet, so let's move into our face massage. Face massage, and again, similar to what we were just doing, use this as a chance to just be able to like send love to your face. And so as you're doing this gentle face massage, just get some deep breaths, just get some deep sighs going, deep inhale. Beautiful, beautiful. Massaging the back of your ears, massaging your cute little earlobes. Awesome. Massaging even the back of your neck, massaging the top of your head, massaging the scalp. Even for myself, like for all the men out there, like I know sometimes with men, we have a hard time like loving our head. Even, well, I'm sure with women too. Even like, like for men who grow older, it's like suddenly your hair starts getting thinner, bald things start appearing and things like that. For myself, like honestly, like for me, loving my head has been one of my journeys, one of my teachers. So again, I'm just gonna like massage here and just like take a moment here, just send love to my head. Send love to my face, just massaging a little bit more, and then we'll move into the EFT tapping. So really just take a moment here, open up those energy channels, practice doing a little bit of smileasana, where you lift the corners of the mouth up to the corners of up to your ears. So beautiful. All right, let's move into some EFT tapping. So gentle tapping, EFT. So again, as we do this is called emotional freedom tapping. What we're doing here is we're kind of like activating the energy channels, opening up the meridians, and also what we are doing is we are speaking words of affirmation. So for those of you who are here, like thank you again. If it's your first time here, drop a 333 in the chat. Super grateful you're here. We're getting more and more people every day. By us doing this simple practice, this like affects the rest of your day. Like this entire thing, this entire meditation is a big life hack. Tunes your instrument, gives you a chance to hang out with community. So all right, so again, just tapping here, and then just using this as an opportunity to be able to speak words of affirmation. So I want you to be able to like speak words of encouragement, be your own hype man. Speak to yourself as if you're like kind of like the older kid who's like trying to like be able to like pump up like some other kid who's like the nerd or something like that. So speak to yourself in this moment with affirmations. You can be like, I am powerful, I am balanced, I am kindness, and you can get like silly with it and stuff like that. I am a superhero, I am amazing, I am adorable, I am strong, I am brave, I am flexible. Flexible is like one of the most important things we can be. I am a wizard, I am a mage, I am a druid, I am a storyteller, I am a dreamer, I am a leader, I am a student, I am a teacher. So again, just tapping the face, but you can tap anywhere on your body as we're doing this. And again, just really using this as an opportunity to just be able to like bring in those affirmations into our field. Like when we're saying them, we're not just saying them out to nowhere. We're like encoding it into our field. Like I know it sounds kind of silly, but try it again. So yeah, it's like I am a human, I am a human, a hue of mana. I am the hues of many colors. I am a sage. I am a badass sacred warrior. I am a light guardian. I am becoming more of who I am. So just take a moment here, just finish it off, and then you guys can share affirmations in the chat down below. Breathe here and just allow yourself to speak words. I'm just going to stop talking. So speak your own affirmations here. What do you want to call in for today? Beautiful. I am calm. I am breath. I am gentle. I am kindness. I am loving. I am inspired. Beautiful. And then just take a moment here, wrap it up. Shake your fingers. Blah, 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 blah. Do a little dance. Cha 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 cha. Beautiful. All right. Let's move into our laughter practice meditation, and then we'll go into our mindfulness practice meditation. The mindfulness practice meditation is going to be nothing too complicated today, but it will still be a good one. Like honestly, the mindfulness practice meditation, I hope you doing it today will actually like level you up. I mean, every time we do this broadcast, it's a chance to level up. So again, for those of you who are here, thank you so much for joining in. Mika, thank you so much for being a new human. Sorry, what did I say? A new human? For being a new person joining in on the broadcast. Just taking a moment here before we move into our laughter practice meditation. Just taking a moment to be able to acknowledge some of the people in the chat. Awesome. People are just like acknowledging. They're like, yeah, like when we were doing the body part thing, they're talking about their feet. Good for you, everyone. Awesome. Yeah, we are often our own worst critics. Very true. So learning to love ourselves is definitely a part of the journey. So awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for sharing, for just holding the space for each other. So beautiful. All right, let's move into our laughter practice meditation. So if it's your first time here, this is going to be fun. What we're going to be doing, we're going to do a deep inhale, nice big exhale, and then another inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to focus on just breathing out. So it's just going to sound like this. It's going to be like an inhale, and then the exhale is going to go ha, 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 ha. And the inhale will happen automatically. And then from there, this sound becomes laughter. It cascades, and you're going to allow yourself to do this as a chance to just kind of feel like this laughter force, this joy, this primordial joy kind of like coming through you. And then you're going to practice kind of like allowing it to flow. And then we're going to allow it to be something that just kind of flows for probably about like 20 seconds, give or take, and we'll do 2 rounds of it. So if this is your first time doing this, you're welcome to just watch, even just smile along. For those of you here before, again, thank you for just kind of anchoring in this energy. And yeah, we're doing this as like a sacred practice. Like you are cosmic joy. You are cosmic laughter. I don't even need to tell you a silly joke. I can just like guide us through this, and then we can start laughing together. Now I feel like I have to tell you a silly joke. I gotta get my jokes ready for doing this. This entire thing is just one stand-up comedy routine that I'm bombing at, apparently. Anyways, oh wait, now I understand. I'm the joke. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, let's take a drink of water if you need it first. Get as loud as you want with this. Get like as weird as you want with this. Embrace your inner weird. So again, if you're here, this is like an ancient secret practice. This is a life hack right here. Follow my lead. Deep, gentle inhale. Nice big exhale. Deep, gentle inhale. Focus on the exhale. Follow my lead. Ha, 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 ha. Keep it going. Make a silly face, like go like 10 more seconds. Keep riding it. Feel those abs. Think of cute puppies and shoes. What? Those cute things. You're a cute thing too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, relax, breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. Awesome. Take a moment here, just kind of feel what it feels like. Keep the smile on your face if you wish. Getting a little bit of a face workout here. Good job, everyone. So, dog with a wig, that's ridiculous. Awesome. And again, what's happening also when we practice laughing, as silly as it sounds, we're bringing ourselves into the present moment. You know, like when you're laughing, you're very much in the present moment. Have you experienced that? Like those moments when you're like your friend, you just start laughing at nothing and everything like that. Like, where are you? Like, you are purely in the present moment. So this is a great way to practice mindfulness. So again, we'll do this one more time, but I really encourage you guys to, like, as your homework, I encourage you to do this on your own. Just try it. Just try doing it on your own and see what happens. So, all right, follow my lead. Let's do this again. Deep inhale together. Nice big exhale. Deep inhale. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Make a weird sound with your laugh. Get like, and then try doing like the silent laugh where it's just like that wheezing noise. I don't know, that's hilarious. Try 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. Awesome. Take a moment here, just kind of close your eyes. Allow yourself to just kind of feel. What does your energy feel like in this moment? Maybe your eyes are watering. My eyes are watering. I can feel that. Just allow yourself to breathe. Feel the smile on your face. Just feel the joy of this moment. Feel the magic. Feel like that energy. Like, what is laughter, right? Like, what is laughter? Like, laughter is something very sacred, very cosmic. We are lucky we have the ability to laugh. So just take a moment here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice soft exhale. Gratitude for this moment. Awesome. Beautiful. Wonderful. Good job, everyone. Open your eyes. So again, when we do that, we're literally like we're filling ourselves with love. You know, we are filling our heart with love in this moment. So when we do this entire practice, I want you to kind of visualize that idea of, like, you know, like you're a cup and you're literally like filling yourself with love, filling yourself with the present moment. One of the things that's really interesting, and then we'll say this and we'll move into our mindfulness practice in the next minute. I like the idea that the word you actually has like a hidden meaning to it. Like the word you, Y-O-U. If you think of the word you, like even though it's spelled Y-O-U, what are we saying? We're literally saying you, as in the letter U. And if you look at the letter U, what does it look like? It actually looks like a cup. It actually looks like a little vessel. You know, it's this little container. And so when we think of ourselves as you, it's interesting when we can think of ourselves as like a little cup. And then when we think of ourselves as a little cup, it's like this idea that, again, what are we filling ourselves with? Filling ourselves with like cosmic magic, filling ourselves with love. Again, I know it's kind of a weird thing, but I'm sure like 90% of the people here probably never even consider that, the idea that the word you correlates to us literally being like symbolically like a vessel or a cup. And then like, what is it that fills the cup? Is that our soul? Is that the magic? Is that love? What do we choose to fill it with? Each and every day, you get the chance to fill yourself up. What are you choosing to fill yourself up with? It's a great question, right? So, all right. Thank you again, everyone. Hey, newly awakened, thanks for joining in. I'm glad you were able to make it. Thank you to those of you who are sharing the broadcast as well. Yes, newly awakened. I felt so silly, but I guess that's the point. Absolutely. Again, when we do that laughter, again, we're like tapping into a primordial joy. Thank you, Mish, for joining in. Awesome. Yeah, and again, for those of you who are here, I hope this practice is a great way to maybe even just like, you know, give you something to focus on, to give you a chance to just kind of like be here now, you know. So thanks for the follow, Mish. Beautiful, beautiful, awesome. All right, so let's move into our mindfulness practice. Before we do that, I just want to be able to give a special thank you to our recent Patreon supporters. Thank you to Megan, thank you to Stella, thank you to Maria, and thank you to Jay. Last night we did a super dope team broadcast doing tarot readings. We actually got 4 new Patreon supporters during the broadcast, which means we hit our no, we're at 149. Are we at 150? We might be at 150. I might have like actually forgot to calculate something. We're close to 150, and again, our next goal from there is going to be our next milestone is going to be 169. opposed to 175. I just like that number. So again, if you're enjoying this broadcast, know that you can support on the Patreon if you're in a position to be able to support financially. If that's not for you at this moment, not a problem. Simply sharing this broadcast is equally appreciated. And real quick, for the Patreon, when you sign up onto the Patreon, you can join as a leading member. And that's like our private membership element of the community. That's conscious creators and leaders coming together. It's a very powerful, sacred space. And again, when you sign up onto the leading member, you can also join our upcoming team broadcast. This Thursday is going to be like a free flow conscious discussion, like on air. So it's going to be a synergy circle broadcast where we're practicing sharing wisdom and talking about like conscious themes, metaphysics, spirituality, and just kind of like letting the conversation flow. So yeah, really, really excited for that. So yeah, we're technically at 149 right now. We may be at 150. I might have just forgot to update the on-screen graphic. If you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, you can see the info right there. So again, patreon.com/Brendan Culton. Sign up when you choose. Contributions only processed on the 1st of each month. And yeah, lots of other cool perks and rewards there, such as items for the discounts for the item shop, and yeah, lots of really cool stuff. So check it out, and thank you again, everyone, for your support. So again, for those dropping 333 in the chat, that's just like a way to be able to indicate that you're a new follower or new listener. And thank you again, everyone, for joining in. When we do these meditations, it's not just like, oh, this is a chore. It's like, yo, this is actually something fun where we get to like hang out and socialize. This is like filling our heart need for like social interaction. But we're also doing meditation. We're also leveling up. All right, I'm gonna share something with you really cool. So if you're tuned in right now, don't flip that channel. Stay right here. You know, we got adventures still ahead. So yesterday's meditation, we turned into a bird. That was fun. That was actually really fun. Today's meditation, we are going to practice focus. This is an essential part of meditation because again, focus is magic. What we focus on is what grows, you know, so to speak. What we focus on grows. And we can focus on things and we can literally like focus on them like with love. You know, you focus on a plant, it grows. You focus on ourselves, it grows. You focus on a project, it grows. So our focus is so powerful. And oftentimes our focus, we're like giving it away. You know, we're giving it to media, we're giving it to drama, we're giving it to people who don't reciprocate it and things like that. So this is a chance for us to be able to practice cultivating our focus. And then at the same time, what we're going to do here, we're going to observe the mind when it naturally wanders, and we're going to bring ourselves back to a point of focus. When we do this, sometimes we just kind of like choose the breath and we focus on the breath. That's one way to do this. This time we're going to actually incorporate a visualization and a mantra. So this is actually a really powerful technique. So if you have trouble with focusing, again, this is going to be a great practice for you. And at the end of the day, that's all this is. This is practice. So you're simply observing. You're not just going to like, don't just do this and just be like, oh, I did it wrong or I didn't do it good enough. Observe it and know that each time you do this, it's like strengthening a muscle. You're going to get better at it. Like, you know, you ever try doing pull-ups for the first day? You can't even do one, right? But then you do it and then you show up again the next day, you do it, it gets a little bit easier. You do it the next day, it gets a little bit easier. You do it the next day, suddenly you're doing like 5, 10, 20, you know? So again, this is the same thing with focus. When our mind wanders, we actually want that wandering to happen to be able to experience what it's like to bring it back. So again, visualize that. You're focusing on like your breath or one idea, one focal point, a lotus. Lotus is a term for like a point of focus. So what is your lotus? Your lotus can be your breath. Your lotus can be a mantra. It can be a thought process. But again, if you're focused on the lotus and then your mind begins to wander, which it will, like that's inevitable, it will. You imagine that kind of like this thought kind of like pulling your focus away. But then the exercise is to gently bring it back. And that's like, again, equivalent to like the weightlifting. That's where the strength gets built up. It's in the expansion and the contraction, expansion, contraction. So we're going to observe that. And maybe someone's never actually taught you about how to be able to observe the mind like that with that metaphor. And I hope just by me saying that, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So the mind will naturally wander. We have to be kind of like, again, like a steward of the mind, almost like a babysitter of the mind. And so this is a practice that we're going to do today. It's very simple, but it's very powerful. This is a practice that I used to do. I still do. And it's one that helped me when I was like when I was really into parkour. So parkour is like, you know, like urban gymnastics type stuff. And it's a lot of like balance and everything. What I would do is I would walk along beams. So like a hand railing, for example. And when I would walk along the hand railing, I would use a mantra. And that mantra would keep me focused. And what we're going to do, we're going to simulate this experience within our imagination. The mantra I would use is I am the master of my fate. I am the master of my destiny. I am the master of my fate. I am the master of my destiny. Or you can say, like, I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. We'll use that one. I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. And so, what we're going to do, we're going to use this mantra. And what we're going to do, we're going to practice visualizing in our mind us walking along like almost something equivalent to what works for you, to being like a tightrope or like a balance beam, or even just visualize yourself. You don't have to visualize yourself like high above something if that gives you like, you know, vertigo, even within your imagination. Even imagine kind of like walking like even on like a plank of wood, even on the grass or something like that. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to guide you through this. We're going to drop into this space of meditation, and the practice for the meditation is to literally visualize this story of you walking along like a single point of balance, 1 foot at a time. And you're going to imagine yourself walking this way while repeating the mantra, I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. The force is with me. I am one with the force, and the force is with me. I am one. It's kind of like that, right? So we're going to drop into this space of meditation. I'm going to guide you through this. And then, yeah, essentially, you're going to visualize yourself kind of walking a tightrope. And now what's going to happen here is that you are actually going to observe your mind wandering. And when that happens, you will almost kind of like imagine yourself kind of like visualizing yourself kind of like moving left to right. You'll feel yourself kind of like teetering off the tightrope or the balance beam, whatever you're imagining yourself on. And then when you feel that, that's your cue to observe and bring it back and keep focusing on that narrative of like 1 step at a time and just focus. That's your focus. Like imagine you're trying to get to your other end of this. Like if you're doing this in real life, like you have to focus. So this isn't supposed to be like anything scary, but again, as a practice, this is like a simulation where you're taking 1 step at a time and you're going to practice visualizing this with as much detail as possible. You guys got that? Drop an 1111 in the chat if that's cool with you, and let's get right into this. So, and then from there, we'll go into our standing practice, and then we'll go into our chakra practice. Awesome. So yeah, again, this is like literally like neuroscience. This is like rewiring the brain here. This is creating like new neural pathways. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone. All right, you guys are ready. Let's do this. Okay. So from here, we're just going to begin by calibrating our body. So this is where we're going to like visualize like a white light moving through our chest, relaxing our body, and then we're going to move inwards to our imagination. So, all right, go ahead, gently close your eyes, straighten up your spine, and begin breathing here. Deep, gentle inhales through the nose and the mouth, and soft, gentle exhales. Deep, gentle inhales, and soft, gentle exhales. As you breathe here, simply listening to my voice, just allowing yourself to relax, allowing yourself to be present. My voice will guide you through this experience. As you breathe here, we're gently going to imagine a white light at the center of our chest. This white light is going to move throughout our body, and wherever it moves throughout our body, it will gently allow that part of our body to relax. It will fill our body up with love. So again, this is kind of like filling our body, filling our cup with love in this moment. This is just calibrating our body. This is the first step. So visualize with as much detail as you can this white light at the center of your chest, and feel this white light moving through your body, through your arms, all the way down to your fingers. And as you do, focusing on those parts of the body, just intentionally allowing them to relax, finding a comfortable position for your hands, feeling this energy moving down through your torso, your hips, all the way down to your knees, your legs, your toes, allowing those parts of the body to relax. Feeling this energy moving up through the spine, all the way up the back of the neck, through the face, all the way up to the top of the head, filling your entire body up with this love, with this light, and just allowing your body to relax and to focus. Breathing here, I want you to begin visualizing yourself in the scene that you choose to create inside your mind. So you have a few options here. There's some sort of balance apparatus in front of you. You can imagine like a single railing with like even just grass a couple feet below. You can imagine a plank of wood on a literally just on like a lawn or like a field, an open field. You can imagine like a slack line. You can imagine like a tightrope. Even for those of you who really choose, you could really even imagine yourself like doing like a tightrope like across like an open chasm if you choose. It's up to you. So allow yourself to visualize this scene in your mind. And I want you to put one foot on whatever balancing apparatus is in front of you right now. And we're just going to prepare ourselves here. And with each step that you take, allowing this to be your focus, visualize in your mind. We're only going to be here for just a few minutes, but this is the practice. This is strengthening your focus. So don't step onto it just yet. Just take a moment to even just kind of like look out at the balance and just tell yourself in your mind, you're like, okay, I can do this. Focus. That is the intention. The breath will guide you. Bringing in the mantra now, we're going to bring in the mantra. So again, I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. Repeat this. Allow it to just kind of like run kind of like subconsciously while still keeping it as a focal point. And then from here, we're going to slowly prepare ourselves to begin taking that second step onto the balance apparatus. And as we do this, you can even imagine in as much detail as possible, like the weight of your body and what it feels like to balance in this moment. Yet again, let this be the focal point. And as we prepare to start walking on this, observe when your thoughts might begin to wander. And when they do, gently bring them back to that point of focus. Gently bring it back to your objective of walking along this balance beam and repeating this mantra. You can do this. This is your practice. Take one deep inhale here. Deep inhale together. Nice big exhale. One more inhale here, and on the exhale, take that next step onto your balance apparatus. Inhale. Exhale. Feel it even just kind of like the weight of it underneath your foot. Feeling the weight of your body kind of shift. You can focus on it physically with as much detail as possible, but even still just focus on the concept. So begin walking along this beam, this balance apparatus for you. One step at a time. 1 foot, 2 foot, next foot. Good. Keep your focus here. Breathe. Allow yourself to speak the mantra in your head. I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. Breathing here. I'm going to stop talking, and then you're going to continue this practice. You have everything you need. You have all the instructions you need. Again, when you observe the thoughts begin to wander, gently bring it back to that next step and using that mantra to keep your focus. You've got a ways to go. Keep your focus. We're going to arrive at the end of the apparatus in the next few moments. Breathe here, focus. I'm going to stop talking. Let this be your practice. You've got this. Go for it. Keep going. Observe your mind's natural tendency. It will do anything it can to try and pull you away from this moment. Observe that. That is normal. Keep focusing on the mantra. Continue. You're about halfway there. Keep going. Focus. You've got this. You've got about less than 30% to go. It is now becoming easier for you. You're actually becoming familiar with this space. I want you to almost kind of like slow things down. You are very focused right now. You could stay in this space for quite some time if you were to choose to. I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny, one step at a time. 15% left. You can see the end. Don't lose focus. Stay focused. 10 more steps. Take these next 10 steps in your mind. Pace them out very mindfully. Good. And conclude those final steps. Imagine yourself stepping off the balancing apparatus. Awesome. Good job. Take a moment here to just kind of like high five yourself. Be like, yeah, good job. That was awesome. All right. Just taking a moment here to conclude this part of the practice with gratitude. Put your hands on your heart. Allow yourself to just kind of reflect on how was that for you? Was it hard? Was it medium difficulty? Was it easy? Again, kind of observing, like, did your thoughts like compulsively, were they constantly wandering? Do you find yourself kind of very focused on the mantra? Whatever it was for you, again, it was just a practice. And you leveled up just by doing that. So as we breathe here, just taking a moment to thank ourselves, thank this practice, thank the team, allowing ourselves to return back to this practice at any point. You have now accessed this level. It is now within your saved memory bank. Gently bringing awareness back to our physical body, continuing to be aware of the breath, slowly bringing awareness to the physical body. We're going to wiggle our toes, wiggle our fingers, and gently open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. Awesome. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Good job, team. All right, take a moment here, just kind of recalibrate, get a drink of water. Please feel free to leave some comments down in the chat. How was that for you? Let me know, like even just in the chat, like was that easy? Was it medium? Was it hard? Let me know in the chat. So yeah, and like honestly, like that practice, it's a simple practice, but like seriously, like return to that. Even throughout your day, even if you find you're just kind of like, oh, like, okay, I gotta like work on a school project or I gotta like do some artwork or something like that, and you find yourself kind of wandering, again, use that metaphor. Like the tightrope is a story, it is an allegory. Again, the tightrope is an idea. So again, you can kind of use that idea to kind of bring yourself back, you know, and then kind of customize it in your own way, make it your own thing. And please feel free to keep that mantra with you. I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. Like when I was doing some like high level balance things, like in like the gym and stuff, like literally like, you know, 15 feet up in the air, balance beam, metal bar, like that mantra like saved me. Because again, when you're repeating the mantra, when that's your focus point, you're not kind of you're not thinking about other things quite in the same way. So the mantra is very, very powerful. It creates like a track, and then you can kind of like keep your thoughts moving along it. So awesome. Blake says it was great. I focused on being on my roller skates. Good for you. Good, newly awakened. I had the attention span of a gnat. Good for you for observing that. Mika saying hard and distressing. Again, Mika, it's a great practice simply for observing. Whatever you experienced was still a part of the practice. And then again, try turning back to it in like a few days. See what it's like. Use that as a concept that you can apply to other parts of your life. All right, so with that said, let's stand up and just do a quick little shake, and then we're going to do our mantra practice. So for everybody here, if you're able, go ahead and stand up. Otherwise, you can still sit down. And we're just going to shake it out a little bit. So get that nice shake going. We're going to do some deep inhales and exhales, and then we're just going to shake it out. For those of you who have been here before, you know what this is. For those of you who are new, this is like a simple but powerful practice where, again, we're basically just like doing a deep inhale, and the exhale, I want you to go and I want you to shake it out like that. So we're going to do that 3 more times and just shake out stagnant energy. Awaken your body. Move this energy. Deep inhale. Get silly with it. Shake it out. 2 more inhales. Shake it out. Again, once more, really big. Take a moment here, just kind of breathe, standing up, deep inhale. Nice big exhale. Nice big sigh. 1 more of those. Inhale. Beautiful. Bring yourself back down to seated. We're just going to move into the conclusion with our chakra practice meditation. And then for those of you who are online, for those of you who may be new, we're going to stick around for a little bit longer just to do some team Q&A or just kind of have a little bit more discussion. And then we'll officially wrap it up. So awesome. Thanks again, Julian, for jumping in. Thanks again, everyone. I'll read some of the comments after we kind of do the chakra practice meditation. But again, I'd love to just hear your feedback on how that practice was for you today. And again, tune in again next day, and it will be something different. Like I do my best to be able to bring a little bit of variety, a little bit of spice, a little bit of like, you know, just like something new each day when we do this practice. We'll still bring it focused on the foundations. A reminder, our Friday practice is going to be like a very special version where we're doing like the chakra practice at like the tree of life as guardians activating. A reminder for that one, like dress up if you choose. Dress up in like your festival gear, like your activated avatar. Dress up like a superhero, dress up like a wizard. There is like some big meditations happening May 21st. So if you tune in tomorrow for tomorrow's broadcast, our broadcast will be synchronized with like a global meditation that's happening. And then we have our synergy circle tomorrow night, and we'll also be doing meditation in that. So there's like 2 broadcasts tomorrow where we'll be doing like synchronized meditation. So again, that synergy circle is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. And let's move right into our chakra practice. And there we go. All right. Just take a moment here. Breathe. Chakra practice meditation. The chakras are spinning discs of energy. One of the simplest ways I can explain them is almost imagine like these energy channels. Imagine like energy is like water kind of coming in through your crown, and it moves through these chakras, these spinning discs or spinning wheels. And these chakras kind of get built up with gunk and things like that. So when we do the mantras, we're literally like spinning them. We're like activating like a machine that's probably gotten rusty because we haven't been paying attention to the parts of it. And so what we're going to do, we're going to focus on the mantra, which is the sound, and focus on the virtue and move through it one by one. And we're going to do this real quick. And again, this is a great way just to be able to bring awareness to your energetic body, to be able to practice like activating the awareness within your chakras. And again, just to be able to like help awaken consciousness in general. Follow my lead for those of you who are new. Again, just do your best to be able to follow along. For those of you who are familiar, you know what to expect. Again, we only have a few minutes left in the broadcast, so let's do it here together. Brow chakra, the sound is E as in ski. The virtue is serenity, peace, bliss, connection. Deep inhale, the sound E. Again, if you're new, just do your best to follow along. Allow yourself to like feel the sensations and just be present in the sound. Throat chakra, the sound is A. The virtue is justness, speaking our truth, good timing. Inhale, A as in way. Inhale. Heart chakra, compassion, kindness. The sound is O as in snow. Inhale. Pulmonary chakras. The sound is awe as in saw. Connection with our ancestors. Gratitude for our ancestors. The virtue, the faculty here is what's known as ultra memory. This chakra kind of connects with like our past lives and our future lives. Very powerful. Inhale, the sound awe. Straighten your spine a bit. Solar chakra, the sound is you. Temperance, willpower. How are you using your temperance? You're doing it simply by showing up right now. Good for you. The sound is you as in blue. Inhale. You. Again, even if you're new to this, think of this as like an energetic massage, like a molecular massage from the inside out. Sacral chakra, M, cultivation of our sexual energy. If you're not cultivating your sexual energy, let this be a powerful reminder for you to do it now. Inhale as in Inhale. Yeah, you guys sound great. Good job. Root chakra, S, patience. The sound is S as in S. Deep inhale, connection to the roots, branches above. Inhale. Let's go through it one more time, a little bit quicker this time. Add a little bit of like a sing song to it if you want. Fluctuate it, kind of like make it your own thing. Deep inhale, the sound E. E. Inhale A. Inhale O. Inhale Ah. Inhale U. Inhale M. Inhale S. Real quick, almost as if it's one breath. Inhale, kind of sing song. Then finish off with the root just kind of normal. Close your eyes if they're not already yet, concluding your practice here. Just taking a moment here, put your hands on your heart, just concluding your practice in gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, gratitude for the team. May you continue to carry this momentum with you throughout the rest of your day. You have taken the time here to tune your instrument, to sharpen your sword. Just sending you so much love throughout the rest of your day, continuing to kick ass, continuing to level up. So by you being here, you have earned experience points. You have leveled up already. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the team. Concluding this practice in a way that works for you, any sort of like namaste or just kind of like hands to the forehead type thing. Beautiful. Awesome. And gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Awesome. Great job, everyone. Another wonderful practice here. These practices go by quick. Like an hour is not a long time when we're hanging out here together as a team. So time flies when you're having fun, right? So again, with 1 minute left in the Instagram broadcast, we're gonna restart the Instagram broadcast. But for everybody else, if you guys want to stick around for a bit, we'll hang out. We'll do a little bit of Q&A as well. We're just kind of taking an opportunity here just to be able to chat a little bit longer. Again, if you haven't already yet, please feel free to be able to check out the Patreon, help us reach our Patreon goals. Our next goal being 169. Once we get past the 150 mark, you can join as a leading member there. Tune in for more. I'll be doing more live tarot stuff a little bit later. I may be doing stuff later tonight. We'll see. You can also check out our Team Synergy Circle broadcast, 8 p.m. on Thursday Eastern Standard Time. And again, for leading members, please feel free to join that. So concluding the practice here, again, make sure you're subscribed. Check my bio link, paradigmshiftcentral.com. Thanking you so much and sending you so much love for all I wish to receive. The light guardian within me sees and honors the light guardian within you. So thank you for being all you are and doing all you do. Ow, ow, ow. Thank you again, everyone. Much love. All right. So again, for those of you who are here, I just have to upload this to Instagram real quick. And then from there, we will continue with a little bit of discussion. I'll read some comments in the YouTube chat. So if you guys just want to leave some gratitude, again, I'm curious, how was the balancing practice meditation for you? If you want to leave some comments down in the chat for that. So just finding okay. All right, I'm just gonna restart the Instagram broadcast. Beautiful. All right, good job, everyone. Thank you again. That was good. And again, especially like bonus shout out to those of you who are new. Again, if it's your first time here, drop a 333 in the chat. And thank you for the regulars for holding space. And yeah, we almost ended it at 11:11, didn't we? Yeah, we pretty much ended it at 11:11. We were like right there within a minute, I think. So just give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to restart the Instagram broadcast in 2 seconds. Okay. All right, so go ahead, leave those comments down in the chat. I'll read those. We're only going to be on here not for too long. So, all right, welcome back. For those of you watching this on Instagram, we're just going to hang out here and do a little bit of team chat for everybody who's still here. So for those of you tuned in on TikTok, go ahead, leave your comments. How was that for you? Usually the people on TikTok are usually new listeners. And yeah, I'm just going to take a moment here to go back to some of the comments. So, Star Soul says, this is about like the balance meditation. It was difficult at first, but it was very therapeutic and enjoyable. Awesome, Star Soul. Great feedback. Kristen says, thank you for the high fives. It was strange. Started off looking at myself, but the end, I was in my body walking on the balance beam. Ah, interesting, Kristen. Thank you for sharing. Rachel, as I walked along my rope suspended high in the air, I felt as though it extended forever in front of me. Could have stayed there all day. Very cool, Rachel. I like that as well. And again, like the fact that you're literally just like I'm doing this. I'm imagining myself I'm imagining myself like, you know, like on a tightrope walking scenario type thing. Like absolutely. And that's a again, one version to be able to imagine it. Like, I mean, honestly, have you seen people do like slackline like across chasms? Like I have a friend who does that. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And like they do it with this high level of like focus and meditation, and especially if they're doing it without the safety supports, like, oh my goodness, you know, like you listen to people and in those moments, like obviously they have experience, but one of the things they talk about is just like an immense level of freedom as well, because they know in that moment they aren't thinking about other things. Like it is literally like in some cases life or death, and they have to have their focus there. So it's like non-negotiable, you know, like, but they've trained themselves, they've conditioned themselves. So again, we can allow ourselves to kind of like develop that same degree of skill. It's crazy, you know. All right. Hey Zach, thanks for joining in. Tyson says, easy with the mantra, my crystal arrived. Thanks so much for the gifts. Yeah, thank you, Tyson. Awesome. I'm glad it made there. Okay, Tyson got one of the Auralite 23s, and I sent him put in a couple extra things and some buttons in there for him. Rachel, ooh, I'm excited for dress up. Beautiful, Rachel. Stella, it's 11:11 again. We always end at 11 again, almost. Yeah. Rachel, going back, balancing was moderately challenging. Felt stuck somewhere on the middle of my rope for the majority of the meditation. Yeah, again, like it's an interesting practice. It's an interesting practice doing that. And again, I think it's a powerful story to kind of like play with. So for those of you who are here, thank you again for joining in. If you guys have any other comments of gratitude or questions you want to leave in the chat, please feel free to do that. For those of you tuned in on Facebook, I'm gonna see if I can actually just pull up the comments here on Facebook, just to be able to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Da, 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 da. I'm not always able to check the comments on Facebook. Usually there's not too many comments on Facebook, but I'm just going to pull it up here just to be able to see. Yeah, so no new comments on Facebook. Yeah, I know the broadcast on YouTube said it was going to start later. That I forgot to change the setting. That's why. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I change it. I tell it to start at 10 and then it like automatically moves it later. I don't know why. So I have to reset it and I forgot to do that. But anyways, you guys figure that out. You're here. So sweet. So again, team, if there's not too much questions, that's totally cool. Like, again, I'll hang out here as long as there's questions or just clarity to be able to assist with, especially for those of you who may be new. But if you guys are feeling like you're ready to get on with your day, then absolutely, we'll wrap it up here. Obviously, I have lots of work to do as well. And thank you again, everyone, for your support. Thank you, Patreon supporters. So yeah, maybe this is just a short one. That's okay. So last call, if there's any sort of questions or even just feel free to leave comments of gratitude, and then we'll wrap it up. But yeah, again, go throughout your day. Reminder, I left you with that homework to be able to practice doing like the laughter practice meditation on your own. If you want to try doing that, reminder about even being able to like find that part of yourself that you want to be able to send more love to, and like just like treating it like a like that best friend in grade school or something like that. So shout out to all of us for sending love wherever you need it. And again, please feel free to use that mantra, the mantra of I am the master of my life. I am the master of my destiny. Or again, you can really use it in a whatever way. You like modify it, make it your own thing. That's where again I like the Star Wars approach, where it's like literally like like I am one with the Force and the Force is with me. So awesome. Morphic says they're going to upgrade to the leading members on the Patreon in order to be able to join the free flow discussion. Now, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of people tuned in for that one. And that one is actually designed to have a lot of people. Like, we could literally have 30 people in that discussion and I'll be able to facilitate it. Because again, like, what we're doing this Thursday, it's very much like a digital version of like the physical paradigm shift meetings that I've facilitated over the years. Wireless, thank you so much for the gratitude as well in the comments. Let me just take a moment here. I think I don't think my live comments are refreshing on the YouTube. I'm just gonna make sure I'm seeing them. But again, like, so a big part of Rachel, Kristen, have a beautiful day, gorgeous souls. Thank you, Kristen. Rachel, thank you so much for holding space and guiding us through the meditation. So much gratitude for the laughter meditation practice. Thank you, Kristen. Same to you. Awesome. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Nolan, for joining in when you could. So again, this Thursday's broadcast, just kind of hyping it up. It's going to be really cool. But again, a big part of like the paradigm shift project like that I did like growing up and everything like that was like facilitating these open-minded discussion and meditation circles. And so basically these open-minded discussion meditation circles, oh, that's funny, as I'm talking about, my buddy Chris joins, who's literally one of the people that used to come to those. Chris, we just got done our meditation. We're just kind of chit-chatting now. This Thursday, Chris, I'm telling everyone, is our team broadcast, but it's like an open-minded discussion meditation. So it's basically like the old paradigm shift meetings in digital format, where basically, again, what we're going to do, this is approaching discussion as a practice, where basically we start off with a single topic. What that topic will be, we'll kind of decide it in the moment. And then from there, we're going to practice kind of like seeing where the dots connect, seeing where the branches kind of like overlap, and doing it as a way to just kind of practice kind of like seeing like where the conversation flows, practicing like spirit kind of coming through, but at the same time focusing on inspiration at the same time. So it's like a sharing of wisdom. So we could literally cover like 100 different topics. It's really just kind of like what needs to come through in that moment. So again, we'll talk about mindfulness, we'll talk about metaphysics, we'll talk about consciousness, we'll talk about spirituality. We might talk about we'll talk about Midnight Gospel. I want to talk about that. We'll talk about Midnight Gospel. Maybe we'll talk about aliens. Maybe we'll talk about Sasquatch. Maybe we'll talk about meditation. Maybe we'll talk about dreams. Again, it'll be kind of like moving from one thing to the other. And again, the intention here is to be able to practice having these conversations, practice creating space for spirit, to be able to practice communicating the things that we don't always get a chance to be able to communicate, educating and inspiring one another. So if that sounds pretty cool to you, if you're going to be tuned in for that or check it out when you can, drop an 1111 in the chat. So awesome. Thank you, Mr. Nolan, for the blessings. Wishing everybody a great day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for just like being here and being, you know, flexible with yourself. I know life may feel very uncertain right now, but like there is the invitation for us to be able to like create the scaffolding and the structure for like our own habits and our own routines and everything. And that's, again, you know, the most important job that we have right now is like taking care of ourselves, relatively speaking, you know. So awesome. Stella, sounds cool. Sweet. Yeah, looking forward to being able to have everyone there. Again, if you're a leading member, let me know in the team chat if you plan to join on the on-air broadcast. So just let me know in the leading members chat ahead of time. Just be like, yo, I plan to be there. That way, so I can just keep track. Because we may have like, it may be like a full house for that one, but there will be enough room for everyone. So awesome. Stella dropping the 11 lemons. All right, team, we're going to wrap up this broadcast. Again, if you haven't already yet, be sure to check the link in my profile for those of you on Instagram and TikTok. Through there, you can find, again, my YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed there. That way so you can get notifications for the upcoming broadcasts. And you can even check out last night's tarot reading broadcast, which was really, really fun. Again, we're working towards our Patreon goals of our next target will be, our milestone will be 169. And again, we're currently at about 150, give or take. So thank you again to our Patreon supporters. And yeah, please feel free to check out the item shop. Through there, you can find the Light Guardian crystals, you can find the buttons, you can find the shirts, you can find the Auralite 23 crystals. And yeah, if you're signed up on Patreon, you can get a discount for the item shop, 25% discount or more, depending on the level you're signed up. If you haven't already yet, you can join on the team Discord chat. So again, that is either in the link for YouTube or through my profile link for those of you on Instagram and TikTok. And the link's also through the Facebook as well. So cool. All right, everybody, go ahead. Just leave one more comment of like gratitude or just wishing everyone an awesome day. And we're going to wrap it up here. And yeah, no collaborative meeting for the leading members officially today. But if you are a leading member, you guys are welcome to like utilize the chat to check in on the regular and even utilize the voice chat as well and kind of coordinate that amongst each others. But my schedule is kind of here and there today, so I don't think I'll be around quite at 3 p.m., so to speak. But I'll check in with it when I can, and we may be doing a live tarot tonight. If my voice is okay with it, we may be doing a live tarot tonight. That way so we can just like hang out more, work towards our Patreon goals, and even do some mindfulness gaming a little bit later after the tarot readings. That was fun. The mindfulness gaming last night was actually so fun. Like we were playing Race the Sun. Like, oh my God, it was so psychedelic. Chris, Tiberius, thank you so much for the love. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Regina, thanks for dropping in. Wireless, thank you for being here. Anybody who's new on the TikTok. And yeah, we'll be here back again Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow's going to be like a special version since it's kind of synchronized with the global meditations happening tomorrow. So a great day to be able to come together as a team. So sending everyone so much love. We're wrapping up this broadcast. Hey, Shell, thanks for joining in. Wishing everyone an awesome day. Remember, you are the master of your life. You are the master of your destiny. So until next time, my name is Brendan, Mystic Spider-Man, Wolf Shield. Thank you so much for being here. Finishing off with a wolf howl. Carry this momentum with you. Have an awesome day. Go kick some butt. Enjoy this moment. And yeah, keep it shifty. And I'll see you in the future. Much love. Awesome. Thanks again, everyone. All right. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Good job, team.